Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the previous class, we finished the ratio analysis chapter. Now here is a question, and you people will solve this question. Just take a screenshot from this and solve it. I will just give you some idea about this balance sheet. This is additional information about the income statement, and you will do this analysis: current ratio, quick ratio, this and this, that, each and everything. So see, this is balance sheet of Aisha Limited. This is 2 years data, 2016 and 2017, 2016, 2017. This is the asset side. So see, these are fixed assets: land and building, this, plant and machinery, this and this. Current assets, see, stock, sundry debtors. Sundry debtors means account receivables, in account and note receivable. And this is cash. On this side, this is liabilities, sundry creditors, account payable and note payable, provision for taxation. These are liabilities, taxes are not paid. 20,000, 40,000. This is provision for taxation. Then there is share capital. This is capital investment. These are reserves. This is also part of this. And this is 9% debentures. You know about debenture. What is debenture? This is a long-term liability. So the data is given. Sales, gross profit, net profit. Now what will you do? This is the stock inventory on 1/4/2015. Now what will you do? You will calculate the current ratio, current assets divided by current liabilities, stock turnover, inventory turnover. Quick ratio, debtors ratio. Debtors ratio means account receivable, or you can say receivable turnover, and you will also calculate receivable turnover in days. Return on capital employed, return on equity. No, this is return on equity. This is return on investment. Debt to equity ratio, proprietary ratio, fixed assets turnover ratio, and net profit ratio. So you will calculate all these ratios. So this is the data, and you will calculate this. In the next class, I will give you another assignment. When you will solve this, you will solve it and then send it to me in the WhatsApp group. Today, we are going to start lecture 3. And that chapter is common stock and its features. Now, first of all, what is stocks? Shares. Stocks are a type of security that signifies ownership in a corporation and represents a claim on part of the corporation's assets and earnings. You know about stocks, you know about shares, that stocks are a type of security. It is a certificate, it is a security that signifies ownership in a corporation. And this security shows that you have ownership in that corporation and represents a claim on part of the corporation's assets and earnings. And you have a claim on the corporation's assets and earnings. If you purchased a share, suppose this is share of company A, any company, its value is suppose $10. This share belongs to this company. This is the company balance sheet. And this is the company's income statement. Now, when you purchased share of this company, so you have claim that I invested $10 in this company. So, in this company's assets, I have a claim. Suppose you. So you have a claim of $10 on the assets of this company. That this company purchased assets. In their assets, I have $10 claim. And when this company is generating profit, in the profit of this company, I have a $10 claim that proportionately the company will pay me profit out of their total profit on the base of my investment. If you have 1 lakh shares of this company, suppose I was talking about one company, one share. Now, if you have 1 lakh shares, so 1 lakh multiplied by 10, so means you have $1 million investment in this company. So if you have $1 million investment in this company, you have a claim of $1 million in the assets of the company, and you have a claim of $1 million in the profit of the company. Proportionately, whatever is the profit of the company will pay you according to your proportionate investment from their profits. From the profit of the company will pay you a share in the profit. We call it dividend. So you have claim. When the company announces dividend, so company will pay you dividend. So this is basically stock. This is basically share. So when you have investment in a company, so you have claim in the assets of the company and you have claim in the earnings of the company. Then types of stock. There are 2 types of stocks. One is called common stock and one is called preferred stock. You know about these. Common stock, this is this chapter. So in this chapter, we will discuss about common stock and their features. In the next chapter, we will discuss about preferred stock. Now, common stock, a security that represents ownership in a corporation. It is what? A common stock is what? This is a security that is representing ownership in a corporation. If you purchase 1 share, so you have ownership of $10, just like in our previous example, $10 ownership in this company. You have $10 ownership in the company. While in UK, they are known as ordinary shares, and mostly we call it ordinary shares in UK. Features of common stock. Now there are lots of features in common stock. One is the right to vote to elect directors. vote on corporate policies and strategies. Now, common stockholders, they have voting right. They can vote. Preferred stockholders, they can't vote. They don't have voting right. So common shareholders, they have the first thing, the first feature of common stock is this: they have voting right. Voting in what? In electing the board of directors. When the company is electing board of directors, so in that board of directors, these common shareholders, they can vote. And the next thing is vote on corporate policies. When the company is making corporate policies, so these common shareholders, they can vote on making these corporate policies and strategies. So I'm telling you that if you have common shares in a company, you have a right of voting. So voting right is the first feature of the common shareholders. And keep in mind one thing, that voting is in the selection of board of directors and in corporate policies and important decisions, they can vote. These common shareholders, they can vote. The second feature of common stock is limited liability on part of common stock holders. What is limited liability? Limited liability means there are three types of businesses. One is called sole business. The second type of business is partnership. And the third type is corporation or joint stock companies. Now, in sole business, if you took loan from a bank or from a financial institution and you are unable to repay that loan on time, now here in this case your liability is unlimited. What will happen? If you didn't pay your loan, the bank can claim, or the person from whom you took loan, they will claim, they have claim on your whole business. First, government will be involved, they will sell your business. If after selling their business their loan is repaid, well and good. But if not, if the loan is not paid from selling that business, then what will happen? They will sell your personal property, and from that personal property they will repay the loan. So now in this case your liability is unlimited. Your personal things, your land, your home, your house, your car, and all these things will be sold if the loan is not repaid. So your liability is unlimited. Same is the case in partnership. If there are three partners, A, B, C, they took loan and they are unable to repay the loan on time. So first, government will be involved, they will sell the business. If the loan is repaid, well and good. But if the loan is not repaid, what will happen? They will sell the personal properties of A, B, and C to repay the loan. So here again the liability is unlimited. Now come to joint stock company. Here your liability is limited. You purchased a share whose value is $10. The company took loan and the company is unable to repay the loan. So your loss will be only $10. They can't sell your personal property if you are Mr. F, suppose. So if there is a loss, that loss will be limited to $10. If corporation is unable to repay the loan, then the whole corporation's assets, it will be sold and the loan will be repaid. If the loan is not repaid, they can't come to sell your personal property. So your liability is limited. Your investment is limited up to your investment of $10. They can't sell your personal property. So that is limited liability. So here the liability on the part of common stockholder, it is limited. The third feature is in liquidation, common shareholders have rights on the company's assets only after bondholders, preferred shareholders, and other debt holders have been paid in full. Just like I told you, if there is liquidation of the company didn't repay the loans, and so in this case, what will happen? Government will be involved. There will be the assets of the corporation will be sold out. Suppose they realized $5 million when they sold all the assets. Now, out of this 5 million, first debt holders, bond holders, loans, it will be repaid. So the first priority is loans. Loans will be repaid out of this 5 million. After loans, preferred shareholders, their investment will be paid off. And then if something is left, then common stockholders, they have claim on that amount. If something is not left, common stockholders can't demand anything. So this is the third feature in case of liquidation. Right to receive dividend payments. Common stockholders, they have right to receive dividend, but this dividend is not fixed. Preferred stockholders, their dividend is fixed, but common stockholders, their dividend is not fixed. The power to sell the stock, liquidity rights, another feature. If you have a $10 share, anytime you can go to the stock exchange, you can sell your this $10 share to anyone. This is another right of the common stockholder, that anytime they can sell their shares. We call it liquidation right. The next thing is preemptive rights. What does it mean? Suppose this is company. This company issued 10 lakh shares. And you purchased 1 lakh shares of this company. This is you, Mr. F. Now, if you will calculate the percentage, it will be 10%. Means your total investment is 10% in this company. Now the company want to issue additional shares, additional 100,000 shares. Now preemptive right means what will company do? First, they will offer, since your total investment is 10%, so they will offer 10,000 shares to you because your investment is 10%. So first of all, out of this additional issue of shares, 10,000 shares will be offered to you, Mr. F. If you are willing to purchase, well and good. But if you refuse, then they can sell it to someone else. Otherwise, they can't sell it to someone else. This is called preemptive right. That first of all, up to your investment percentage, if company wants to issue additional shares, first these shares will be offered to you. If you are willing to purchase it, well and good. But if you refuse the purchase, then they have the right to sell it to someone else. This is called preemptive right. I'm telling you, 1 lakh shares, out of 1 lakh shares, they will offer 10,000 to you, because in the total investment, 10% investment belongs to you. So you have a preemptive right on 10% additional issuance. So first the company will offer it to you. If you are willing to purchase, well and good. But if you are not willing, then they can sell it to someone else. This is called preemptive rights. And the next thing is the shares, their life is unlimited. What does it mean? It means that these shares, the shares that you purchased, 1 lakh shares, their life is unlimited. Their life is equal to the life of the company. If you're not interested in these 1 lakh shares, you can sell it to someone else. He can sell it to someone else. F can sell it to D. D can sell it to E. So these shares, it will be traded in the stock exchange, but their life is what? Their life is unlimited. So in this way, the life of this one share, or these 1 lakh shares, or these 10 lakh shares, it is unlimited. And these shares will exist till the existence of the company. So the life of these shares, it is unlimited. So these are the features of the common stock. Then there is another concept that is called the par value. Par value is also referred to as face value, par, or nominal value of common stock. Par value refers to the value written on the face of the common stock certificate or in the corporation's organization or operating documents. The value which is mentioned in the operating documents of the company, or which is written on the face of the share certificate. In the formation of corporation and registration with the Secretary of State, many states mandate that the founders issue stock with a specified face value. Keep in mind, in US, majority stocks, they have face value. It is mandatory. In different states, make it mandatory when you are registering your company with the Securities Exchange Commission. So it is mandatory that you will mention the face value on all these certificates. So this face value is basically just like 100 Afghani note. Something is written, 100 is written, that is basically the face value. Same is the case of the share certificate, that there must be a face value on that. We call it face value or par value. I think for today it is enough. Inshallah, in the next class, then we will talk about the book value and other concepts. Assalamu alaikum.